Welcome everyone, Farmer Cop here. Hopefully my audio is okay. I don't normally record well like this, but as you can see, I have a fancy box in front of me here that was sent to me by Giant Software, so very thank you to them. A really cool box, honestly. It's pretty cool, really well done. Last time they released a game, they sent out this, which is a straw bale, which is hilarious. But we are going to focus on, obviously, our new box. So, what exactly came in this? Well, there's a couple of things. One thing that I want to talk about first, and I've already kind of opened it up and taken a look at everything inside of it, so I'm not going to be shocked or surprised or anything like that. I'm not going to fake, oh wow, this is here and I didn't know it. I already looked inside. So let's move this out of our way. The first thing that I want to take a look at was in there is Collector's Edition, which this is empty. I already took everything out, but really cool to see this. If you have not pre-ordered the game or anything like that, you can do this. You're going to get this video is going to come out November 7th or somewhere in that range. So that's when you guys will see this, but there's some cool stuff in here. So let's talk about what's in this collector's edition. So first off, obviously we have, oh, where did I set it? I got a big pile of things. We have the ignition key, and I will say as well, there's gonna be some really cool stuff you're gonna want to stay for at the end of this video. Well, it's actually part of the collector's edition, but I'm gonna go over it at the very end of it. So stay tuned for that, and that's some stuff about the game that we don't know about. But anyhow, you got this guy. It feels nice and sturdy, very nice. I like it a lot. You get two keys that come with it, so again, you can do that, turn it to on, turn it to ignition start, so it's pretty cool. You have the USB hook up here, which it comes with the cord, which is USB-C, goes in the back of here. Or is it USB-C? No, it's not, it's USB old. It's an older USB hookup, but anyhow, it goes into there, plug it into your computer, and it works, and you can screw it into something if you'd like to as well, which is pretty cool. So ignition interlock, that's all good. You do get a little just Giant Software farming simulator keychain, which, you know what, we can just open this up. I might as well do that. There we go. I can just I can throw this piece of plastic out. But yeah, there you go, little farming simulator keychain. It's quite nice, like that. The collector's edition also comes with the game, which is great. That's fantastic. And you get the Macdon bonus pack. Plus, you also, with the collector's edition, get a code to the CR11 Gold Edition, which I'm going to very tactfully show you so I don't give you my code. Yes, the code is just below the game here. It's like right there. So you do get that as extra content, which is pretty cool. So we have all that stuff. I'm going to set that off to the side there. That's great. You also get Farming Simulator, the 16-bit edition, which is kind of like an old school, low res, low graphics kind of thing, which is super cool. So like this a lot. And then we also get modding tutorials version 6.0. So super cool to get that. Now, also in the collector's edition is, well, these three guys right here, which each one of these, to tell you what's on them, one has the crop calendar, which you can see part of it here, and also on the back of each one of them there's a PDA for each of the three base game maps, which is Zelonka, Hutan Pantai, and Riverbend Springs. So which we already seen the Riverbend Springs one, and we know what Zelonka looks like, but Hutan Pantai is in there. We have a general idea. Plus all the production chains and all the icons. So a lot of cool stuff. We're going to come back to that at the very end. So we talked about what's in the collector's edition. This is in there, but we're going to come back to it. What else did Giants send over? Well, they also sent me a PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X copy. So that's awesome. I can find a friend that need those or just put them on display. I think that's what I did. Yep. That's what I did with my Farming Simulator 22 ones. I kind of put them on a display shelf, and that's kind of what I like to do with them. So now I can replace them with Farming Simulator 25 stuff, which is super cool. Kind of unrelated to this box, the one thing I thought was really cool, this didn't come in this box. We got this at the Case IH preview event, which I still haven't done a video on because it's just been slam busy. But these are little Farming Simulator chopstick. It's hard to see. I'll hold it up real close to the camera, but that says Farming Simulator right there, which is pretty cool. Farming Simulator 25. So that's etched into the wood. Those are just awesome. I just thought those are super cool. I looked over my shelf and saw it, so I wanted to show you. A couple other things. We got some stickers as well, which I put the stickers away already. And then we got this. This allows us to assemble a farm. And then there's a bobblehead that comes with it, which I'll show you the bobblehead in a second. But yeah, you have all these pieces in here. They give us an X-Acto knife, and they even gave us very generic hot glue gun to be able to assemble it. So that's pretty cool. And then, yeah, hot glue, you can see there's like little people in there. It's pretty cool, actually. So I'm excited to build that. I'll probably do that as like a live stream, probably a member stream or something like that. But yeah, we can set that off to the side. That's pretty cool. And the last thing that's pretty cool here is the bobblehead. Now the bobblehead, they made them to look like us. So mine looks like me, the one like DJ Goham got one, for example. His looks like him. It's hilarious. So if you see any creators out there with them, they look like the creators, which is awesome. It says farming similar there. This farm is your farm. And it also says on the very back, our names, Farmer Crop. So really cool. Honestly, it's just super awesome. I love that. If you haven't seen my face, that's not bad, actually. That's pretty good for a bobblehead. So I'll set that back off to the side there. We'll get this out of the way. Now, let's talk about these charts. So we'll do this one first. This one's the most boring out of all of them, but still very cool. So on this side, we have Verben Springs, and I will, if you want to pause it, you can take a look at it. It's kind of hard to see with some of the reflection here. If I turn my light down, does that change anything? It might if I actually remove all light from it, or like a lot of the light. That makes it a little bit better to see, actually. Yeah, a little bit better. Maybe if I turn these just completely off. Yeah, actually that's better. So it's way dark for me. It's not too dark for you guys on the screen. I'm just looking over at OBS. But yeah, so pretty cool. And then you have some of the kind of highlights down here. If you wanted to pause, you could probably read most of those. But nothing too crazy. On the back, the crop calendar. Really cool. All the crops down the side here. But there's nothing new on here. This is just all very standard. We just now can see where the growth is going to be for all of them. And it does go all the way down to at the very bottom we have oilseed radish at the very bottom. So all that stuff's pretty cool. Love the chart. I think that's great. Yeah, I think let's do this one next. I think this one's the one to do next. This has Zelanka on this side of it. So which is a map we already kind of know about anyway. So it's basically the same layout. I think things are pretty much in the same places. I haven't really looked too hard, but it's definitely the same layout for sure, which it should be. It's the same map. And then we have all of the highlights there. On the back of it, however, we have all of the new production chains. So this is where it gets pretty darn cool, actually. And I might actually just for the sake of making this be a little bit better for you guys, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in the camera here. Might be a little choppy at first, but I'm going to try to zoom it in so we can see a little bit better. Yeah, it's not like high def camera. If I turn my light back on, that actually helps a little bit. Let me get a lot of light on that because I can move it around. I know it's a little glary over here, but we can flatten that out and figure that out as we go. But grain mill, up here at the grain mill, the intakes here, and I'll just read them off to you. It intakes wheat, barley, oats, sorghum, long grain rice, and regular rice. And the outputs are flour and rice, which is pretty cool. And actually some stuff on this, trying to be careful what I'm allowed to say here because this embargo is different than the game. Some of the stuff might be a little bit different is all I'll say for when the game comes out. But this is mostly accurate. It's just better. There's some things that are a little bit better. But the dairy. One thing to note here, which is kind of interesting, the dairy will intake sugar, and then it'll intake cow's milk, goat's milk, and buffalo milk, and it outputs bottled versions of that. So you have to bottle it here. And for example, the bakery's down over here at the very bottom. You have to input bottled milk there. So you have to do that first, which is pretty cool. But obviously we have mozzarella, goat cheese, and then the cow cheese here as new kind of outputs. Sugar mill, pretty much standard. The oil mill, pretty much standard. There may or may not be more to that later, I can't say. Sawmill has long boards, beams, and prefab walls, which were part of the Platinum expansion, but now back in here. Paper factory, you have that now. That was part of the Platinum expansion. Spinnery, standard. The soup factory will now intake rice as well, and so it will make kind of like a noodle soup, which is pretty cool. And then kind of new stuff that we have, if we move a little further down here, let me fold this carefully. If we move a little bit further down here, yep, this is the bottom right here. So let me get this up a little bit, move my little bobblehead guy out of the way. But we have a cement factory, which intakes stones and puts out cement blocks, roof tiles, and cement. The Cooper, which makes a few different things here. The canning factory, which will make peas, has cabbage in there that it takes, and then makes like bags of rice and bags of spinach, which is pretty cool. Carpentry makes furniture. Tailor shop makes clothes. Potato processing plant now intakes rice and can make these rice rolls, which is pretty cool. Rope maker takes wool and cotton to make rope. And then the grape processor will make, sorry, it's hard to see over there. Grape processor will make grape juice and raisins from that, which is pretty cool. So Yeah, hopefully my audio is all still okay. I'm hoping I don't have to re-record this. That would be a bit of a bummer, but we're doing what we can. So yeah, bakery, same things, intakes, except that now you have to have bottled milk down here as the bakery needs it now. Biogas plants, exact same. Greenhouses, you have some new greenhouse products, which is going to lead me on to the next chart here in a second. So if I fold this guy back up the way it wants to be folded and get it out of the way, the next guy at the back has all of the icons on it. And first and foremost, we can take a look at the front, and you can see an actual layout of Hutan Pantai, which actually, funnily enough, has larger fields than the American map, which is pretty cool. So you have that. The town is down over here. It's a little bit hard to see. Let me reduce some of that brightness. Maybe that'll help a little bit. But yeah, you can see it a little bit better there. The town's down over there. Yeah, that's a pretty good view of it right there. So you get a look at it. You also have all the different highlights here. But again, there's nothing crazy on here. But this is where it gets crazy. So crops, we've already heard about all that. Greenery, we've heard about all this. It does have the different swaths down here, so you know what crops we can swath with the MacDon pack, which is the wheat, barley, oat, canola, sorghum, soybeans. Those are what you can swath. So that makes sense. Products. If we read through here, we've already talked about buffalo mozzarella and goat cheese. So those are new products, obviously. We have rice flour, which is new. Spinach bags, rice boxes, rice bags, rice rolls. We also have canned peas. And then the triple soup, they changed the name to soup cans, I believe is what happened here. Then we have noodle soup, jarred green beans, fermented cabbage, and that's all the new stuff there. Animals, we have the new symbols for different animals, and then we know that there's the bottled milk versus the raw milk. So those are 6 different fill types, I should say. So we have that going on. But now the most exciting stuff, I think, is down here. Right across here, we have cement bricks, cement bags. We always have planks already. Planks long, wood beams, bathtubs, buckets, barrels, ropes, carton rolls, paper rolls, prefab walls, and roof plates. Under greenhouses, we have strawberries, lettuce, tomatoes. We knew that. We have those now. Then they added cabbage, spring onions, garlic, oyster mushrooms, and enoki mushrooms, chili peppers, and then the rice saplings, obviously, as well. Down here, we have an icon for oilseed radish, but in everything else, nothing terribly new down here. We have DEF fluid here. We have bale wrap, bale twine, bale net. So all those kind of standard stuff. So just a few really cool things. Honestly, it was cool to get this and kind of like a early look at some of the stuff in the game before I even got the game. So pretty cool to see that. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed my kind of, my unique unboxing of farming simulator related stuff. So hopefully that gave you some more excitement for the game. If you have not pre-ordered, you can do so down below in the description. You can wait up until right before releases to pre-order the game. But it definitely does go to help support the channel, so I would appreciate that. But anyhow, if you guys enjoyed, please drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on the screen to join the Farmer Cop channel. And turn your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys for coming and watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.